Hello everybody, happy Wednesday. Hope you all are doing well. I'm going to read on one or two things today, and I just put up another video on my other channel, Danny Shea Journeys, and normally I like to start out videos with a positive spread to just set the energy right in case somebody doesn't want to go into the weeds with politics, and I really try not to go into the weeds, although it's kind of hard not to these days. So I put that other video up on the other channel, and it kind of gives an idea of how we can find balance in this crazy time that we're experiencing in. And I would like to ask a favor. If you go over there, could you hit the subscribe button? I'm almost to 1,000 on the other channel, and when I hit 1,000 or a little over, I think I get some benefits with able to live stream and with other collaborators, I think. I don't know. Anyway, what I want to look into... Uh-oh, hang on. Psychic Duck just fell off its perch. Say hello to Psychic Duck, everybody. Hello, everybody! Yikes! I fell on my beak. You did? Yeah. You're on a different place. Yeah, I'm over here. I wanted to get a different point of view. All right. You know, sometimes we need a different point of view. So go check out the other channel. What a segue. All right. Oh, look what we got. We have the Empress card. Abundance. Does it feel like we have abundance yet? And balancing our abundance. Yes. So there's just so much news that is just really driving me absolutely crazy. On Monday, I talked about us spraying poison all over the planet. We're still bombing boats in the Caribbean, which just infuriates me beyond measure. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's other ways to do that. We're still bombing Iran, although now it's not a war anymore. It is a war, it's not a war, it is. It's not. Something different. What is it? It's different. Are you throwing bombs at them? Yeah. Isn't that war? No. What do you mean, no? It's different. Different kind of bombs? No. Same old bombs. What the hell are you guys talking about? We don't know. But it's different. And would like $20 billion more so we can not have a war. What? Help me. Somebody help me. So, and then we have the food crisis going on. So, yesterday, I got, an email, as I do all the time, about helping out our local food bank. And I said, yeah, time to drop some money in. And so when I went to the site, hey, Groot. Groot fell over. I am Groot. Feels like we're going back to holding little ducks in the palm of our hand. Let's take care of Mother Earth. Anyway, so I get this email saying, would you help us out for our local food bank? And I said, yeah, I will. And it said, do you want to make this a monthly thing, which was the default? And I went, I'm not doing it monthly. I'm just doing one time. And then I rethought, and I said, I need to rethink a lot of what I'm doing. So I hit monthly. And every month, because we lost SNAP, we lost, 20% of the people that were on Obamacare are now off. And the current administration is saying, oh, they are elevated off, or some goofy term that says we lifted them up out of their lowly space. No, you got kicked off. Ugh. So, lots to be just super, super upset about. So what I'm saying is, if you can, support your local communities the best way you can. There's a lot of people on this channel that are watching that can't, that are involved, that are maybe involved in this reduction of benefits. Congratulations, you got lifted up. How does it feel? Probably not that good. Probably feels like you're hungry. So anyway, if you can, support your local, however it is, your local shelters, food banks. All right. Oh, and then we get ICE back in play again. Oh my gosh. So the Republicans, I just don't understand it. Are they not seeing the writing on the wall? And then we have the ballroom. Eugh. I think he's trying to build that ballroom and the bunker below. And I was listening to somebody talk about the bunker, and he goes, yeah, Trump had to go down into the bunker at one time. And when he went down there, he had to spend a couple hours down there. So he was just hanging out down there, and he's going, what the hell? This is horrible. This is 1960s, 70s style bunkers, Cold War bunkers. They probably had old monitors, no flat screen TVs. Anyway, I remember during the Cold War, my dad made a bomb shelter out of our basement, as if that would really help. But anyway, we had canned foods. We had some cots and blankets and water. It's pretty bare minimum. And I'd look out the window of the basement. We had one of those windows up at the top. Hold on. Even then, as a kid, I went, how is this going to help? Anyway, so Trump was probably looking at that and going, I don't want to live here. I wanted gold. Where's my golden toilet down here? So I think he's going to be buried down there. They're going to seal it. Excuse me. They're going to seal it up, and he's just going to be down there forever. Probably have to build a whole new excuse me. Probably have to build a whole new White House, and that probably would not be a bad thing. I think my guides are saying, stop talking about that shit. Oh, did I say shit? Stop talking about that. Bring in balance. That was the other video. Balance. Seeking karmic balance. Okay, so what I want to look at. Oh my gosh. So I want to see if we're going to find some balance in our government anytime soon. Are some of the Republicans going to find their spine and find their voice and their higher purpose? Stop laughing. Some Republicans finding their higher purpose to work for the communities that they serve, not the talking points of faux news. So they're passing this budget reconciliation bill which does not require any Democratic support. And they're asking for trillions of dollars for the war effort. Not a war, I'm sorry. It's now different. Cutting health benefits, SNAP, food benefits. Also, giving ICE more money. And there's certain things that should be funded, but you know what the Democrats want is not fund immigration so much. It's to not fund masked vigilantes shooting people, Americans, in the street, not being required to have a warrant to break into their homes. But the Republicans are just going, no, you're not. It's just an imbalance. Are we going to get a balance in government? Are we going to get a balance in government? Let's do it within 2 months. Let's throw that in there. Are we going to find balance in the government? No, you know what? I want to do it now. I want answers now. Is this budget reconciliation going to go through? And if you guys are in the red states, use the 5 calls app. I know it seems futile. I hear you. I was going, do I even need to call today? And the answer is yes, because if you don't call, it is futile. And if you do call, it may do something. So please use your 5 calls app. And, okay. Are we going to find a balance? And then I think next I want to look at, are we really splitting up the United States? Oh, are we going to find balance? I don't know. Maybe. Could be. I don't know. There's a lot of confusion, a lot of illusion, delusion. Wheel of Fortune. Let me drop it down. There we go. Wheel of Fortune. Vanna. Is she still on there? Vanna White. At the base of the reading, we get fear. 9 of Swords. Are we going to find balance? In the past, oh, I wish this was in the future. Things coming at us really fast. Thank you. Maybe we are getting this. Because this is the past as it relates to this spread. There was things that happened, information that happened that came out at us super fast. I don't know. Do I need to rewind this? We had things change really fast in the past. Yes, we have. It's amazing how our democracy has folded in such a short time. At the top of the reading, we get the Fool card. We are going to be going on a new journey. It's a little unclear where we're going, but we're going. And we have the Wheel of Fortune that is the completion. That's like, this is karmic. What's going on? Goes back to that, my other reading. And then we have the hard work. So are we going to achieve some kind of balance in the near future? This is the 8 of Pentacles. You know, the Republicans always call themselves the responsible ones with the economy. And what are we doing to the debt? Although they're the ones that increase the debt to unmanageable levels. The Democrats seem to have the better economy. I don't know about the economy today. It's the best economy ever, so I've heard. Internally, justice. That's a great card that we will see some karmic balance in this. Someone may, I was going to say, someone may see the light, but Lady Justice has blindfolds on. So, are they going to feel their way to balance? What are we, the Democrats, going to have to give up? And what are the Republicans going to have to give up? Because it's a balancing act. Because I just want the Republicans to give up. Well, I want them to give up. But I do want them to, not be so set on the ballroom that Trump said that he was going to pay for with private donations. Now he wants us to pay for it. Oh, justice, balancing things out. The World card. The world external influences. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't see that, sorry. The external influences. I don't know, did the King's speech have any effect? Saying, we got to work together. We got to balance this out. You guys were a great democracy. And then you see little Moses Mike and J.D. Vance sitting in the background with their stupid ass smirks on their face. Oh. Breathe, Danny. Hopes and fears that we have a new emotional start. And the final outcome, will we be able to balance this out? Will we have some equality going on where the government is actually working for the people? No. Thank you. The abuse of power, the Five of Swords, back and forth fighting. Secrets coming to light. Hey, Epstein files. Maybe, no. And then defending oneself. So no, it's still this bickering. It's still this back and forth. It almost felt like it was gonna move in a direction, and then it gets stuck. It gets stuck within the abuse of power, the secrets coming out that may require a defense. We just keep getting caught up in this circular pattern that doesn't let us get out. The underlying is the Three of Wands, Page of Swords, Five of Cups, sorrow, and the Queen of Coins, the Queen of Pentacles. So it feels like the underlying energy with this is, with this World card, we have the Three of Wands, some information coming from overseas that is going to bring some new truth. It's not going to be, with the Five of Cups, it's not going to be thrilling to hear about. But then we get the Queen of Coins coming in that is going to allow us to get out of that Five of Coins, poor me energy, crying over spilled milk. And it feels like there's a newness coming with that Queen of Coins. Although, geez. It's the last card. Alright, so how do we, I'm going to end it on this, how do we move forward with what seems to be the compassion being overrun by financial gain. Does that make sense? How do we continue on watching the lack of compassion that our leaders have for our citizens, the world, not just our citizens, the world? How do we move forward looking at this? I think I should use the Light Seers Tarot, but I'm going to stick with this. 3 cards. Something's coming fast. Maybe it's too much information. Drop into hermit mode. I get this a lot. Don't pay attention. Drop into hermit mode. And 7 of Swords. So the 7 of Swords card, stealing some defenses, leaving 2, stealing some. So I was thinking about this. We were watching some late night comedy shows, and we watched 3 back to back, and it was the same shit over and over again. And they were playing Trump talking to those little kids and talking about trans mutilations. I'm like, what the hell? What are you doing? And why hasn't the Republicans seen? That's the next question I'm going to get to. Why aren't the Republicans seeing that this man's cognitive abilities are gone? They're just not, depleting. They're gone. He's talking to kids in the White House about how he stopped 9 wars. I mean, they're like bored out of their mind. And then transgender care and mutilations. I'm like, where was I going with this? Okay, got it. So I'm watching these things, and they're playing the same clips over and over again. I'm going, I can't watch this anymore. I can't even watch the comedians anymore. And I know some of you guys, you do this way better than I do. If we would just not listen to this nonsense anymore, then we're taking away their weapons. Kegseth was out there doing some kind of interview where they're talking about dolphins with bombs on their heads. And I read this in a Popular Mechanics article when I was a teenager about strapping bombs on tops of dolphins and sending them out, training dolphins to be weapons. I'm like, what? So they're bringing that back again. And I don't know if it's true or not. It probably is, because we're like abusive that way. But the reporters around Keg's Breath was, no, he does not deserve his real name. They were all plants. They never asked any follow-up questions. They never asked any really tough questions. So it's just all a setup. And we keep getting sucked into watching it. And that's why the news organizations are failing so much. But still, you have faux news still pumping out that information. And people are thinking, oh, it's a real news conference. It's not. Some people, we need to call them out on that. I don't know how, but we do. But we will take away some of their information and leave them defenseless. Okay, let's look at that. If we, let me think. Okay, are the Republicans starting to see are the citizens of the United States, those who support Pumpkinhead, are they starting to see his decline? I immediately hear no, because they're not being told of the decline. Because we are sheep. And I changed it to we. We are sheep. We're not doing critical thinking. We listen to what other people are saying. Don't leave. We listen to what ducks are saying. Hello, Psychic Duck. I'm like, how you doing up there on that new perch? Pretty good, not bad. Can't complain. Actually, everything is just the same. You guys know, right? Moonlight makes me dizzy. Sunlight makes me clean, or is that the other way around? Light Seers Tarot. Your light is the sweetest light this boy has ever seen. Wonder if I'll get dinged on that. All right. Are the Republicans going to see, are they going to start seeing, the MAGA faithful, that their dear leader has cognitive decline? No, he's just playing 5D chess. Let me tell you, that ain't 5D. I know 5D. That ain't 5D. Okay, let's just take a look. Republicans, you see in the decline. 8 of Pentacles. They see the hard work that he's putting in. He works so hard. Come on. 9 of Pentacles. They're still feeling, so they're still in this little world that they're in. It's a little garden. They still have money coming in. They're still okay. It hasn't hit them yet, because a lot of the MAGA faithful are using the social services that were set up, that some of the news outlets are saying is what, handouts or something. Anyway, okay, I lost the word. We have the King of Wands, new information coming. That's at the base. They're going, ooh. Are we kind of getting it? 4 of Pentacles, they're oh, geez. They're hanging on to their dreams. They're hanging on to their dear leader. No, we got this. We got this. But information is coming out that is going to create a tower moment for them. And it's in regards to the government, the higher order of things. That is 5D. Or higher. Tree of life up there. All right, are they starting to see it? Yeah. Just, there's reasons why you pick decks. This card, man, they're getting cut off at the knees. Well, at the calves, right? They're being disjointed. Pigs are flying. They're going, oops. We're seeing how crazy this is. Completion, the world. The world is going to have a say in the decline of this. Knight of Wands. Again, hopes and fears that they can still have their information coming in, dancing, celebration, and they're walking a tightrope with this Page of Swords. Okay. They're still hanging on. They still have their 2 of Cups. Come on. And then they're going to walk away from sorrow. So they're going to hang on for as long as they can, and then they are eventually going to walk away, but it's going to take a tower moment. But they're still hanging on. They're not seeing it. He's laughing. Look at you. So I want to go back to the world card again. There is so much information with that's coming out now about the suffering that is being done by this, not war, this other thing that they're doing. The red, white, and blue dome. Oh, good Lord. These guys, keg's breath, that still thinks that America is exceptional. Clearly, when we look at what we are doing, we are not. I'm Danny Downer today, aren't I? Danny Downer. How dare I call myself that? Okay. What is the world? What's the next step for the world in dealing with the U.S.? They're being strangled by lack of fuel, food. I think about those guys on that are stranded. Can't get through the Strait of Hormuz. Sitting on their boats for, how many days? Months. They're running out of food. They're running out of water. They're dumping their crap in the ocean. Another thing. That's another thing. Okay. Psychic Duck hates that, by the way. Don't put your crap in my pond. That's my house. See, thank you. You got it. All right. What's the next step for the world in regards to the U.S.? What's the next step? Coming together. Circles of support. Yay. Knight of Swords. They are they're getting ready. They're getting ready to jump on that motorcycle and go. So they're not doing anything yet. Page of Pentacles. Let me drop this down. Sorry. So we got the Page of Pentacles, bringing forth a new plan, a new idea, but again, not really just balancing on one foot, not really moving out of the mandala that they are on. The Star card in the past. And this used to be the best of America for me. I stole that from another psychic on YouTube. And I thought about that this morning. And I go, it's no longer the best of America. Now it will be the best of humanity. Because America, as America stands, it's not that. We've totally lost our way that we need to rebuild. So maybe we can. We're talking of, thank you, the world. Two of Swords, we're at a crossroads. Yes, we are. Potential near future. Oh, headache, Five of Swords. Just the battle, the fighting, the back and forth. What's going on in the world? How is the world going to treat the U.S.? I look at that figure at the bottom. He's like, it's kind of freeing. It feels like the guy with the headache is the U.S. The crow's going, dude, you messed up. Screaming in his ear, you messed up. Other places are like, we're okay. We got this, finally. It feels like. Maybe that's just me being full of some hopium. King of Swords, internal position. They're not picking up their swords. They can if they want, but they're not doing it. They don't need to. They're at a higher perch. They have a little better wisdom with the owl. Oh, I didn't think I was reading these upside down. Temperance, balance, upside down. It's the power struggle. How is the world looking at the U.S. that they have an imbalance of power? Okay. Hopes and fears. Moving on to calmer waters. Nope. Reversed. It's going to be a challenge to move on. And we're still battling, still struggling. Luckily, we have the Strength card. Thank you for the hopium. And the final clarifier is the Ace of Swords. This is tapping into our intuition on this card. This is making sure that that the world is using our fourth and fifth density information to get out of this craziness. The very first card is Circles of Support, but the following cards show a different picture, show a lot of, well, it does show some restraint, some new beginnings, but because we're so abusive in what we are putting forward to the world, the balance is upside down. Moving on to calmer waters is not happening anytime soon. But I look at this Five of Wands. I also look at the climbing, the going up towards a new passion up here. Some people are falling, some people are rising to the top. So I think of what we used to think of with China. And China, I think, is going to be playing such a major role. And I know that they have a lot of abuses there, but we have no room to talk on that front anymore. Or at all. So, the world is rearranging who the leadership is in the Strength card, and it's going to be I'm hoping, please, that they're tapping in to the higher purpose of 5D. Okay. So we got some ways to go, right? We got some things that we need to keep working on, stay in the positive mode of things. And that is getting into that hermit mode where we can just drop into the stillness and think of things as learning, do what we can to stay out of the heartbreak, and do what we can in our communities to support each other. And that's a good note to end on. Thank you guys for watching. Peace and love.